bought 1 ounce bottles tonight. You're going to fill it with water. You're going to put 10 to 12 drops of On Guard into it. You're going to put a little splash of the fractionated coconut oil, simply to help it absorb onto the skin as opposed to evaporate away quicker, and the little spray top. So the reason why I like that is the idea of when you go into any public place and you see the sanitizers that are there, the huge amount of constituent that's in there is alcohol. So you're literally absorbing alcohol into the body. Then you're eliminating the natural acid that's on your skin that is naturally antibacterial. So you've just eliminated one of your body's main sources of protection by cleansing it off with the antibacterial. And now as soon as I reach for the door, what am I getting? Everybody else's germs. So carrying my own hand sanitizer that has no alcohol, but has natural oils that I'm going to literally put on my body and absorb, as soon as I walk out and I touch the door, what have I got? Protection. So for $5, you can make your own little hand sanitizer tonight and go home and know that what you're carrying is natural, healthy, and actually beneficial. It's not hurting your body, and it's going to help you with boosting your immune. So that's an option that we've got at the end of class. Any questions on the immune and boosting the immune system?
Would you recommend the roll-on bottles?
I like them for carrying in my purse because carrying a bunch of these, I have maybe a handful of my favorites, and I did carry them in a little carrying case that I think I could fit 10 in, but it's pretty heavy. The roll-on bottles, I get the 5 mils and or the 10 mils, and I just take my favorites, dilute them out. I actually learned one of the scientific things that we had a full day of science at convention this year, which I don't know if that's typical or not, but I loved it. They're finding that for optimal use, and this is one of the new items that came out, is they've actually diluted them out to their best potency to be able to be utilized on the skin topically. So they've taken 9 of the favorite oils and diluted them out to their optimal use. So if you're going to use let's just say I'm always using, what's this one? Frankincense. It's diluted out to its optimal absorption in the body topically.
Would they tell you what the
They don't tell you the
ratio is?
dilution. This is their, they got to keep something proprietary so the other companies go take it.
Yeah.
As a kit, to me, this makes sense to have if you like carrying the roller bottles and letting somebody else do the science for you and then purchasing it as a kit. Some of the oils they already do, the deep blue, they have in a roller bottle that's already diluted out for optimal. So just know that I like the roller bottles, but sometimes I'm walking out and I go, oh, I don't have a roller bottle made of that, and I'll just throw the bottle in my purse and carry it with me for the day. There's no right or wrong way. I think it really comes down to preference. So I'm segueing into the new products. This is the new product. You're welcome to look at the lavender, peppermint, frankincense, melaleuca, or tea tree for those who like that. Digest Zen. Now obviously you're using Digest Zen topically as opposed to ingesting from the roller bottle. Breathe, On Guard, oregano, and deep blue. So oregano, they've diluted it for you. So I'm thinking moms with kids, let's not worry about the kids, maybe this would be a great Christmas present for my daughter. So my granddaughter would be grabbing the oregano and inadvertently getting it. I want to cover the brand new oil, which is Douglas Fir. This is the one that they are sourcing out of New Zealand. And again, talking about a company with integrity. The Douglas Fir grows wild in New Zealand as a weed. So New Zealand was trying to get rid of all the Douglas Fir. And doTERRA said, ooh, pick me, pick me. I will take the Douglas Fir as a young plant and distill the oil out of it, which now has different constituents that are better for us to utilize. utilize to help with breathing and airways and skin issues. And they're serving New Zealand by saying, we'll take all of this Douglas fir that you think is a weed and helping that economy. doTERRA has an exclusive right with New Zealand with this, so they will be the only ones getting new, young Douglas fir essential oil. So that's pretty cool if that's the company that you're working for, to know that they've thought ahead. And I'm going to leave the lids with these because I don't have them marked. So just pass the lid around, and then the last person put the lid on with it.
Now, are they replacing the trees that they take down?
Yes.
For that?
Well, remember that this is growing in New Zealand as a weed. They're harvesting them at about 7 to 8 years old, but New Zealand is covered with all these Douglas fir. So the area that they're taking them from, they're doing sections, and then obviously, if they're wanting to replenish them and have sustainable source, they're going to let them grow back, but they can harvest them faster because they're growing as a weed in New Zealand, whereas anywhere else in the world it takes them that much longer. Let me read off of here, because once again, I don't know it all, I just know where to find the answers. Promotes feeling of clear airways and easy breathing, cleansing and purifying to the skin, promotes positive mood and sense of focus. Do you notice the number of different things that help improve focus?
Yeah.
And yet we're a society walking around on medication due to our attention diseases? I don't know, I'm just throwing something out there. And I've got the write-up if anyone wants to read any of these things. If you want to know about any of doTERRA's products and don't have a book yet, one of the easiest ways I've found is to go on Google, type in the word doTERRA, type in the oil or the product that you're looking for, and then scroll down until you find doTERRA Douglas fir PDF. And it'll look like something like this. It'll have a purple around it, and you know you've gotten the official doTERRA write-up, not somebody like me doing a blog and my opinion on it. You're getting the official. Somewhere on here it will have the their item number and the wholesale and retail price. So if you find a sheet that's got that on it, you know you've gotten doTERRA's specific, not somebody else's write-up and opinion about it. Two of the other oils that they are sourcing outside of where they had previously are their ginger and their wintergreen. Ginger is now coming from Madagascar. Wintergreen is now coming from Nepal. Basically because they were looking to find a sustainable source in a third world country to help improve the economies in those places. So know that they already had ginger and they already had wintergreen, so why go somewhere else? Because they're that kind of a company. They're willing to say, we are going to go get support for these people, and this is, to me, this is what's giving back to the world, the community. And wintergreen has a child-proof cap on it, so it's one of the ones that if you happen to touch it to your nose, run over and grab some fractionated coconut oil and put it on because it might be a little bit hot. I do have the former wintergreen, and there is a different smell between the two. What doTERRA is, they're not saying we're not going to use our former sources. What they will do is anything that they have that they use wintergreen in a blend, they will continue to use their China wintergreen in the blends, and the single wintergreen is the Nepalese. The same thing with the ginger. Anything that has a ginger blend will come from their former source, and anytime that is the separate ginger single by itself, it will be the Madagascar. So they're not eliminating some place to give business to somewhere else. They're saying we're spreading out to share the joy and share the wealth with the economy support. Lastly, an oil that used to only be able to be attained through, if you earned it, is now spearmint. And they've now gotten the source to be sustainable so that they can do spearmint and as a sale in a 15 milliliter bottle. My personal preference with spearmint is to put it in my water bottle, and it tastes better than spearmint gum, but I don't have to chew. I'm not a gum chewer anymore. I found out what gum did to my digestive system. Not so good. But I love that in my water, so I just use 1 drop. Now, Sarah has a point. When I'm going for 1 drop and 2 fall in, don't panic and throw your water away. Just know I'm going to have a little bit more kick in this water than if I have 1. And you do get to where you can see it coming, so you hurry and turn it back up before 1. I don't worry about it, but some people they don't like it colder, so they keep it at the 1 drop. So again, it's not rocket science, but I'm teaching you the optimal. If the optimal doesn't happen, be flexible. Couple of the other products that are brand new, the Digest Zen now comes in a chewable tablet. This would be easy to take, and you're welcome to open it, and if you happen to need one, go ahead and take one. I'm thinking that this is for the person who's been popping Tums, or what's the other one? What's the pink one? Rolaids, Pepto-Bismol, anything like that. Big one. Sorry. So just know that they're thinking for us as the public. Another one that they've got is their all-natural deodorant. Apparently it's really hard to make a natural deodorant. And we were reading the ingredients just yesterday. And it's not an antiperspirant. There's a difference. Antiperspirant is not healthy. No. We are meant to perspire. But a deodorant helps you to be able to be livable with everybody else in the world, should you have one of those days. One of the coworkers that I have likes to go to the gym middle of the day, likes to go hiking middle of the day, likes to go biking middle of the day, and head back to work. She says she finds it to be awesome to use. So, yeah, it's work.
I'm guessing it's pH balance?
I would assume so.
Okay, because like Tom's of Maine, their deodorant, I get rashes like that.
You're welcome to use it.
I'd be interested to check it out.
This is the Breathe Stick. When you think of Vicks Vapor Rub or Mentholatum, it's a petroleum base, which you really don't want to be smearing petroleum on. So I guess that's what I do. That's what my mom did. This now is the petroleum-free stick, so you could put it on over the chest or the bottom of the feet with the Breathe remedy in it. So a lot of brand new things, and I know I saved one of the ones that everybody wanted to know about first for last, but it's the emotional aromatherapy. If you think about our immune system, again, if you're not addressing emotional issues, you're not completely healing. So emotionally, we're looking at, and you're gonna get a very, very, very brief emotional class. We have 3 brains. Did you guys know that? You have 3 brains in your body. You've got your cognitive, non-cognitive thinking brain, right? Runs a lot of systems in the body. We don't have to think about breathing. We don't have to think about pumping my heart. But I do have to think about how I'm going to navigate my car. All right, so the brain is one place that we're thinking. Our heart is another brain. If I've got an issue emotionally and I have not been able to resolve it, it may impact the emotional component of my heart. My heart might be broken. You've heard that terminology? People literally say my heart was broken. That's an emotional response, but that's also a brain that controls the body. Somebody with a broken heart, do they walk around acting like life is perfect? No, it's a hard life, isn't it? And that's because that brain isn't in congruence with this brain. This brain says, I know why whatever happened that broke my heart, but this brain hasn't been able to resolve it. The last brain is, have you ever felt like you got kicked in the gut emotionally? Okay, third brain.
That's what this was about, was learning to pay attention to that.
Okay, so we've got 3 brains. I want you to picture a lady on the phone hearing bad news, holding a baby that's crying. Sarah might be able to relate to this. Only your sweet little angel probably never cries, right?
Never.
So we won't use Sarah as the example. And the dog is barking and yelping because somebody's at the front door. All right, 3 brains being active, right? This brain here's got to ingest the information here. The baby's crying, my heart hurts for the baby. I know I got to deal with the baby. The dog's barking, somebody's at the front door. It's the bill collector. My stomach's all in knots. If I cannot resolve the 3 different messages that my 3 brains are giving me, I now am in disconnect among the 3 brains. When I'm in disconnect, the only thing my body knows to do is say, I don't know how to handle this. Or I'm not good enough to handle this. Or I must really suck because I'm not handling this. Or you name it. It could be any one of those issues. Hence, we have a lot of people walking around in life feeling less than optimal because they've got 3 different messages now incongruent in the body. When we get like that, our emotions get locked up, and sometimes the body doesn't know how to deal with them. When we use an essential oil, there is always an emotional aroma that is evoked from those smells. And scientifically, they have put together these oils to address how you feel so that those emotions can now become unlocked out of the body. The way it works is to identify how you feel at the moment. And they've got a nice big chart here that you could put up, that you could look at, and you would say, okay, you know what? Right now, I'm feeling pretty discouraged. Okay, well, discouraged comes really close here to the one that's called Motivate or Encouraging Blend. And it's made up of citrus and mint. Now, we packed around lemon and peppermint. Would you not feel like, and wild orange to start with, would you not feel like I start my day off with wild orange and peppermint and it's invigorating? Would that not be uplifting for someone who feels discouraged? But the science behind it is there are certain components in citrus and certain components in mint that they put together to make this because that will help heal these emotions. So for every oil, every of these 6 oils here, they're put together scientifically. You don't have to know the science. What you have to do is identify closest to what you feel at the moment, find the oil that's closest to it, and either smell it or put it on topically, not like the chiropractor's wife did as perfume, but a drop or 2, and then you'll start to feel the shift. You may not feel it right away because guess what? Remember, we're trying to heal 3 different disconnects, so it might take some time. You might actually move out of discouraged, and then as you think about it, okay, now I've moved into anger. Okay, you know what? Now I'm down here and I need to probably pick up the forgive oil. I'm angry. I move out of that, and now I move into, okay, I'm worried. I come over here, I'm looking at the florals, so maybe I need consolation or peace. So I'm going to pass the oils around. You can smell them. Know that I've given you like the uber condensed version of the emotional class, but the oils themselves are scientifically put together because of the aromatic quality that they have to unlock what could be locked into the brain. They have substantiated that we have aromatic receptor sites on cells throughout the body, not just in the nose. They've also substantiated that people who cannot smell can respond to essential oils because if I'm ingesting them even through just my nose or topically or internally, I've got receptor sites on all of the cells in my body that need them to be able to respond to these. So I'll just, once again, the tops of these are not marked, so just leave the tops on them so that they can come around with the right top left on them.
Will you pass them around in the box, Jane, so we can look at that
Sure.
little wheel too?
Sure, let's do that.
Good idea.
Any questions on this particular item? Any of the new products are available for order October 1st. I've been told that the individual bottles that are in the aromatherapy will be available for purchase, but probably not until December or January. So let's just say you really fell in love with one of them, and that's the one you want to make sure that you have on hand. You'll be able to buy it, just not right away until. I would like to encourage you to look at a book if you don't already have one. Not sure what Sarah and Mindy or anybody up here in the Grand Valley feel about them, but I think that well, I know Mindy and Sarah feel that they're great.
Yes, absolutely.
As far as purchasing them, you can purchase them from Aroma Tools or My Oil Business. I would go together with other people so that you can split the shipping. If Mindy or Sarah or Heather or anybody who's already enrolled wants to work a deal, the deal that I work for anybody that enrolls with me is if you order an enrollment kit and process an LRP order the next month of 125 PV or more, the book is free. The reason it's free is I'm making a commission, and my commission will then pay for the cost of the book, so it's a win-win situation. I feel the book is beneficial enough that I would rather have it in your hands and not make any money than it would be to charge you, overprice it, and then I've made some money and you have the book. So that's the way it works for me. Anybody here that would like to know while this is passing around, doTERRA works their enrollment is $35 for the year. It's just like a Costco or a Sam's Club. So for $35, you're able to purchase at wholesale. Same price as me, same price as anybody else. There's no markup at that point. If somebody who's just barely starting into this and they just want one oil or two, maybe retail is the way to go. Get with the person that invited you to the class and find out from them. They can enroll, they can get it for you retail off of their own personal website, or they can give you that website and you can go there and order just in your jammies at midnight if you want to. I like the idea of getting a membership because I'm going to get everything at 25% below retail. It allows me to order anytime I want. So if I want to order a big order now and never order again, it's still my option. The best way to get the most for your money is to order wholesale, get your membership, and then place what they call a loyalty rewards program order every month. By doing that, you will get a rebate back. When you start with your enrollment kit, depending on the size of the kit, some of the less expensive kits start with a 10% rebate, which every month that you then keep 50 points or above, it will grow 5% every 3 months. So at the end of a year, like me, I've been enrolled with them for a little over a year, I'm now getting 25% off of retail, plus my rebate back is at 30%. So for every 100 points I purchase, I'm getting 30 points back, which is equivalent to $30 of free product. $30 in product could be one of the more expensive oils, or like the Vitality Pack, that's basically $79.50. 2 months, I'm getting one of those for free. So I really encourage you to look seriously at that if it fits your budget, due to the fact that you get so many promotions. At 125 points on any order processed before the 15th of the month on the Loyalty Rewards program, you will get the free product of the month. And it's typically an oil, and I have yet to find an oil that they use in that I haven't desired and glad that I have it.
How many points do you need?
125 to get the oil of the month, and then process your shipment before the 15th, on or before the 15th. And you'll get the free, it just comes. You don't have to put it in your order, it just comes. So last month it was clove, which is a great one that's antibacterial, antiviral, antiseptic. Emotionally, it's a great help and healing for certain people in the room. My neighbor's little boy was teething, and so I put some on my finger and just rubbed it on my gum to see what it would do, because it's known for teething. And just in the time that from walking from my house around the corner to their house, my gum was numb. Now, it didn't hurt, but it was that numb feeling that you get after you get the Novocaine shot from the dentist, only I didn't have the Novocaine shot. So, did it help him for teething? Absolutely. She opted to dilute it with some coconut oil just because she's a brand new mommy and she's not as gutsy as I am. So she diluted it and she said it still worked. Within 15 minutes, he was calming down and the teething pain was gone. So they run promos every month. Every month there's something new and different. This particular month, if you place an order of 200 PV or more, you will get the Immortelle, which is the anti-aging roll-on. It's got frankincense and myrrh, and they found that they developed it for personal care to utilize around, I'm sure it was only women that were utilizing it, but Dr. Hill utilized it and put it around his eyes, and he actually found that his vision was improving. So, you know, some of the perks that they do is, and for that one, it's a 200 PV order to get that one. But on top of that, then you've got the 12 as well. So
And that oil is like a $96 oil
yeah.
that you got
So-
for free.
So it has to be done by October 15th.
If it's for the product of the month.
So the Immortelle.
The Immortelle was throughout the month, so you've
whole
got
month.
6 more days.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
It's awesome. I love
if you
it.
want to get 2 Immortelles, you have to process 2 separate 200 PV. So
For some reason, it's just confusing to me. So if you want the Immortelle and you, like, I have those, I'm getting those vitamins.
Right.
So how many PVs are those?
the PV of these is 60.
60. Okay, gotcha.
So you would need to order you would order
140.
these, so order 140 more of something. PV stands for product value or point value or something like that. Every oil that you purchase, let's just say this is On Guard, it's $32. You will get 32 points for $32 worth of oil.
So you put it in your PV cart, not your regular cart.
Yes, it has to be a PV, it has to be a loyalty rewards order to qualify. Now, for the Immortelle, that's just any order. For the product of the month, it has to be in the LRP.
But the Immortelle still has to be PVs though.
Yeah, yeah. You have to have a certain number of PV to qualify for it. But let's just say you're one of those people that's not doing the monthly order, but the Immortelle offer is something you want to take advantage of. You can order 200 PV and you'll get the Immortelle.
Gotcha.
And you can just put that in your, in your order. And for every item, it'll have, $35 retail, or $35 is how much the item is, and then below it, it'll tell you what the point value
And
is.
can you order
of
it
that.
on that day, or do you have to wait until,
On what day?
like, the day that you put it, you can order it on any date, you don't have to have a specific date that
Right.
that it ships on. Just before the 15th, got it.
On or before the 15th for the product of the month. When it's a special one like the Immortelle is this month, it can be any day up, including the last day of the
Oh,
month.
really?
So anything that comes in a package like this with a box and bottles, you're going to have lower PV or point value than the rest of the product because they're taking out for the packaging. The oils,
Wow, okay.
the oil, so that hence these are $79.50, but only 60 points. But this is $32, 32 points. So just know any oil is point per dollar value exactly. Anything that comes in a package, a bottle like this, your PV is usually less than the cost. And trust me, I didn't want to get into that and make it sound all discombobulated and hard to understand because it's really not.
Yeah.
But just know that if you have questions, I'm available. Holly's available, Heather's available, Sarah, Mindy, anybody who is doing it on a regular basis. I finally got it under my belt after a couple of months. I'm pretty adept to be able to walk somebody over the phone. So, you know, we're available to help. I think it's a great company. I think it's got awesome products to help you individually, your families, your friends, and they're out there helping the world, which touches my Peace Corps attitude heart. So if I were not building a business, if I were just only interested in improving my health, I would be using doTERRA products. I am building a business because I believe in the opportunity that it gives me to have a residual income. So for me, it's an optimal way for me. I get to come up here and spend time with people who are interested in health, great friends that I'm making and becoming closer with, and all I'm being asked to do is come and share something that I love, and my resources are here in the books and you there, so it's not like I'm having to go to college to study about it. And with my residual income, I'm getting extra time, which means I get to do more and more of things like this that I love to do. I will say there was one other book, The Modern Essentials is one that we've used just the last couple of years. This book is a new one that's been put out, and I have ordered several of these in. It's a lot more eye-catching, still the same information, so it's got the individual oils, what they're good for, how to utilize them, and in the back you've got even more. It goes into different topics on how to utilize them. It's got recipes, and it's got all kinds of ideas for helping pets and whatnot. And then it's got the quick cut to the chase at the front. If you're wanting to know, let's say you've got an issue, let's just say, I've got fatigue. So I come across here and I can read across the different oils that help with fatigue, and then it refers me to a specific chapter to go read more on that. So either of the books or both are a great resource, so that you know that you have your own resource or the apps or whatever. Don't feel like you're stuck and that there's no place for you to go once you get the oils. Any questions?
I need labels. How do I get those?
Okay, when in your car, yeah, just put, type in labels,
Okay.
and it should bring up cap labels. If label doesn't bring it up, then type in cap,
Okay.
because, and they're 50 cents.
Okay.
Yeah. I order one every month with my order, because I'm also giving out samples to people, and when I give out a sample of maybe 3 samples and there's no label on it for them, it's hard to know what they're getting. So I just order one every month, and it's super, super, super
Okay,
simple.
glass spray jars for the lemon. Where can I find them?
The spray jars,
Yeah, like
Aroma Tools.
Aroma Tools,
Yeah.
Amazon,
Amazon's really good too.
yeah,
They have lots of stuff
yeah.
for containers.
yes. Yeah, all you find is plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Amazon has a ton of glass and
Amazon.
Aroma Tools.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And maybe some of you go together and order a lot and then split the shipping, and then it's not so expensive for any one person. So, great questions though. See, you're gonna use them.
Oh, I've been. But I've been real busy for 3 months. So I really.
Anyone who's interested in making one of the hand sanitizers, I've got all the supplies for that. Maybe we can move off of Sarah's table over to here, because they're super easy to make.
And they're 5%.
They're $5. That just pays for the cost of the bottles and the On Guard. If you want to come up and look at the diffuser,